All right, in this assignment, what we're going to be doing is revisiting something that we've already done, which is making websites. So we're going to be making a website for your streaming service. And before we get started on that, similar to the last time we did this, we need to make a banner for our website. So we're going to make a banner for our website based on our designs for our streaming service. So your website banner should have the name of your company in it. It can have the slogan in it. It can have your logo in it as well. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna do an example of this, and then you're gonna make one for yourself. So I've got a blank one done up here, and I'll attach a blank one to your files as well. But you can resize this as well. Again, based on how your banner turns out, you can click on this little triangle down at the bottom here to resize it, or you can go to File, Page Setup. But I will give you a preset one. But generally, banners for websites need to be a lot longer than they are tall because they need to fit into that header space at the top of the website. So again, I'm making one for my company called Bleed. I've got a couple of examples done already. So I've got one done here with the butcher knife with the blood splashed over it and the name there. Okay, and then I've got another one here with the blood, and I've actually got this, I've cropped this into two different ones so I could partially put the name in behind the blood to look like the blood was going over the name and then splash some blood over it. But we're going to be doing a different one today. So I'm going to get a background image to use. And again, I need a PNG image because I want to place this over top of my website. I want it to be transparent as much as possible so that it doesn't interfere with anything I put in the background. So I've searched for a transparent butcher knife, and I found this one here. This one here I'm going to drag into my design. And again, I know it's transparent because it was white in the thumbnail, and then in the preview, it had the checkerboard behind it. So I'm going to just make this fill up as much of this space as I can based on the size of it. Okay, so that's getting really thick. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to extend that handle some. See if I can do that. So to extend that, I'd have to make a copy of it. And then crop it. May not work. We'll see. And then crop this one as well. And then stretch this one. No, it's not going to work, I don't think. No, it's not going to work. I'll go with it the way that it is. Okay, so even if I maybe just stretch it out some. Okay, so now I'm going to add in my text. So I'm going to put my text in the blade. And I'm just going to steal the text from my other one here rather than doing it all over again. I'll copy and paste that into here. I want to fit that into handle here a little bit. And I don't know if they can recolor this much. They usually don't give you many options for black and white to recolor, and there's not much there. So we're going to leave that as is. Okay, so I've got the bleed here, and maybe I'll extend this a little bit. Get some blood to splatter over top of this maybe. See what I've got here already. Maybe try that one. And then I think for this one as well, I think I'm going to put my logo in the handle of the knife. So I can insert that because I know I have that saved somewhere here already as a PNG image, so it doesn't distort when I shrink it down. Let's go to desktop. And there's bleed. And I can shrink that down. Get that right in the handle. Put it in behind the blood. So now I've got my logo in there, I've got my name in there, and then I'm also going to add in my slogan. I'm just going to copy and paste that, and I'll select all this and move it over. And type in my slogan. And let's see, what space do I need to fit this in here? Zoom out a little bit. And of course I can resize this to fit whatever I want, but I think what I'll do is I think I will offset this a little bit, which means I got to do it in two different ones. So there will. Shrink this down. I'm going to have to modify my line size. So I shrink it down, otherwise it'll kind of be overbearing. And then Be Blood. Okay, so now I've got that in there. That a little bigger maybe. That in behind my blood. And maybe I'll add a little bit of dripping blood if I can find some to the knife. See if I can find any dripping blood that fits on there. Can't be too long because I only got a little bit of space to work with there. Now, if I can find one that's got some transparency, there's a transparent one. I can probably crop some of that out and use this one. Zoom in there a little bit so I can see a little better. As best as I can to look like it belongs there. And let's see, I want to rotate that a little bit. And I don't think it'll let me do it with the mouse, so I'm going to try and just adjust it with the numbers. So let's go 358.5. Very close. Okay, so now this goes off of my page here, so now I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit here. Zoom back out. Adjust that down to keep that. And that might be able to, if I can get that in the header, that might drip down over my page, might look good as well. Okay, so now I've got my banner done for my website. So now I have to save this as a PNG. So I'm going to have to go to the file, download, PNG image. Remember where I saved that, which if you're doing this on your Chromebooks, you can just do that wherever. So we're going to save that file. Just remember where you saved it to. And then we're going to insert in that into our website in the next assignment. Okay, any questions? You can email me. Good luck.